Okay, take two. Sorry. I got a phone call. And I had to take that, so. Yes. I am in a better mood. This is facts. And, I am thankful for that, because maybe I can get some fucking homework done. Basically what I've been telling myself is, the kids are gonna go with their dad all weekend, and that's when I can just knock out these fucking classes, because honestly, I don't need to do anything. It's supposed to rain all fucking weekend anyways. Where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? I'll just stay home, do my fucking homework. I was telling Raymond, I'm so fucking depressed because this is my favorite month of the year, and I haven't done any Halloween activities. I haven't fucking taken my kids to any pumpkin patches, fucking nothing. And I'm just what is wrong with me? And it's just oh yeah, you have all this fucking stress and everything. And I've just been letting it eat me alive, you guys. It's so fucking bad. So I've come to the conclusion after today, I was I just can't. I helped my mom. I took the kids to fucking school. I fucking helped my mom clean her house today. Because she's been fucking on bed rest and shit like that. Or not bed rest, but she got a fucking surgery on her foot, and she's supposed to not be doing shit, and so she's gonna be going back to work within the next week or so, and she's I just want to deep clean my house now that I have the time. I'm fucking do it. And then I felt bad because she was slaving away, putting Ajax on her counters and fucking scrubbing and all these things. Now I'm okay, fine. And I'm I'll dust the living room and I'll fucking wipe, or I'll Windex the fucking glass counters, or the glass table. So I did that, and then I noticed there was hella glitter on the floor. And then I was where did this glitter come from? She's your daughter? I'm sure the fuck didn't. Absolutely not. I'm my kids don't have fucking purple glitter. I'm the only glitter thing that they have is glitter glue, and the glitter's already inside of there, and it's not loose like this. So miss me with that. And then she was just well, I don't know, and I don't know, some shit. I'm well, it's fine. I'm gonna do this for you, and that's it. And then it turned into me cleaning the floors, and there's the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen, right? All floors fucking were swept by me, and I was oh my gosh, this is just fucking so much floor. And she doesn't have a Swiffer or anything, she has a broom. So I was upgrade and make your life easier, folks. At my house for cleaning, I have a Shark, I have a Swiffer, and I'm thankful for this. Because they are helpful. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I've just been trying to get all my fucking shit taken care of. And like I said, dude, finances have been so fucking tight, and I'm just ready to have that not be the case. I'm ready to have some weekend trips with my kids, do some fucking things. I really want to take them down to fucking Joshua Tree. I've been really wanting to fucking do that. And I hear this time of year it's super nice. So maybe that'll be our first adventure, because it's only a couple hours drive from our house. It's not fucking very far at all. So that will be something fun for us to do. Because I don't see us getting a cabin like I wanted to for Christmas. I wanted to get a cabin over in Big Bear and just spend Christmas there. But Ray's Christmas in Big Bear is lit. And I'm oh yeah, how lit? He's just lit that you wouldn't want to have the kids there. And I'm see, that's where we differ, Waymond. That's where we differ. I could give a fuck if people are partying and raging around me and I have my fucking kids there. Say something to me. Selfish assholes. You guys don't want to have kids, it's on you. But don't let me and my kids, or other people are going to stop me and my kids from having a good time. And that's just the fact, folks. That is just the fact. I'm rolling a joint because I can. So, remember I told you my fucking dickhead fucking sister brought her sick-ass kid over my fucking house? Well, my daughter got sick. And now Killian's over here I think my throat hurts. I think I have a little cough. I think this. And I'm great. And I'm see? I was telling my mom, and I'm this is why. This is why people just need to stay their fucking bitch asses home when they're fucking sick, because then one person's sick, and then another person gets sick, and the other person gets sick, and everyone gets fucking sick. And I'm this is why quarantine is a thing. It's so fucking stupid, and it's like, people don't get it, and they want to look at me like I'm the fucking dickhead, and I'm like, no, actually, I'm not a dickhead. I'm a considerate-ass person, because if my kids were fucking sick, there's no fucking way in hell I'd take them anywhere. Like, right now, Killian's starting to not feel well. I'm like, well, we just might have to fucking have him stay home from school tomorrow. And, like, that's gonna suck, but I mean, it is what it is, and and that's it. So we shall see what happens. We shall see. Ta-da. Okay. Anyways, so did I tell you guys that I got my first vaccine? Why am I so shiny right now? It's like, I'm not oily or greasy. Or am I? I don't know, I took a fucking fat-ass nap when I got home today. I was so tired. I fucking woke up because I got my fucking shot, right? And my fucking arm has just been ridiculously sore. Like, it wasn't sore the first night, because as soon as I got it, my mom's like, here, pop these 2 Tylenol. So I did that, and then, and it wasn't sore, and then, like, I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was just, like, super fucking painful, and then fucking Raymond, this one little bitch, he fucking called me, he's like, dude, he's like, babe, he's like, is your arm hella swollen? Do you have, like, a ball fucking where it was at? All of these things, and I'm like, yeah, Raymond, I do, actually. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, babe, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is normal. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is what they're talking about. And he's like, are you fucking sure? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm good. But it still hurts. And it's been, I think, day 2 now. So we'll see how long this lasts. But, man, I didn't go to the gym today. And I'm bummed about it. But realistically, I just, like, I don't know why I was so tired today. But I was out, ran a bunch of errands this morning, fucking got, like, some stuff for dinner, came home, cleaned for, like, 2 hours, went back to the fucking store to go pick up 2 things I fucking forgot, came home, it was, like, 3 o'clock or something, and I set my alarm, and I was like, you have 2 hours and 15 minutes or something. And I'm like, oh, I'll take that, because I really needed it. And sure enough, I had woken up at 5:20 or 5:18, 2 minutes before my alarm went off, and I went to go pick up my kids. And why do I keep my kids at the after-school program, folks? Because honestly, when they're fucking home, all they do is want to watch TV or fucking or watch TV. And I'm like, you guys can go be playing with your friends. How about that? And so I keep them at kids first, and they love it. And then they come home, we have dinner, we take showers. Like today, I keep on forgetting. I sent Ava to school in this like fleece type shirt. And it's cool on super windy days when she's outside the whole day, right? But when she's inside, she gets hella sweaty in it. Because she's like her fucking dad. Which really fucking sucks. Like, none of my kids sweat like Ava sweats. And Ava 100% gets that from her dad. And I didn't want that for that little lady. Because she's going to be just that girl that's like standing up and sweating. And it's going to suck. And I'm like, dude, you're not fat. Why are you sweating? And it's like, well, this is just how I am. And it is. They're just big, giant, sweaty people. If it's over like 70 degrees, he's like sweating profusely. Can't take that man to the Bahamas or fucking... I don't even know how he survived in Argentina. I remember him telling me it was hella hot out there. I don't think he had air conditioning, so who knows. But yeah, dude. Ava, I picked her up and she had like sweat beads on her nose. And I'm like, oh, baby, it's hot today. And she was like, yeah. And then Killian, little fucking jerk, gosh, man. I'm like, hey, where's your jacket? He's like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, it was raining today. You needed that jacket. It's supposed to rain like that tomorrow. You're going to need that jacket tomorrow. He's like, I forgot it somewhere. Sorry. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Killian. Like, this is not a time to lose your jacket. You know what I mean? Like, like you're going to need to, you're going to need to get together. Side note, my friend fucking reached out to me yesterday and told me about one of our other mutual friends being like 86 from life, right? And I couldn't help but think back to like this kid. So this kid, I watched him grow up. He was always super nice, right? Like super nice. And then he like started like hanging out with like the gangsters, and then it changed him, and then he started trying to like be like them, and then he was one of them. And like last time I saw him, he was just like not doing super well. Like I probably ran into him like maybe a year ago, because I was already with Raymond and he asked me for my number, and I was just like, you know what, dude, honestly, like I'm in a relationship and like he just doesn't appreciate like random dudes hitting me up. Because he was walking around the hood like he always has done, and fucking he just looked like maybe he hadn't taken a shower in a few days. I'm not here to knock anyone's lifestyle, but I am here to say something about it. I'm here to say that you are a product of your environment, and for those that lack family, gangs are 100% an option for them, right? Because they are each other's family, and because they do this and because they do that and all of these things, right? I've seen a few fucking people who were super nice kids growing up just hang out with the wrong people and just ruin their whole lives. Like, honestly, remember fucking young Satan of Dakota, my friend, little David fucking Montez. I remember little tiny kid, everyone fucking thought he was the cutest thing, fucking, I think he was 2 grades younger than me. So I remember being in like 7th grade, and he was in 5th grade, and everyone saw him, and he was this tiny little kid, and everyone thought he was super cute and all these things, and he would just like smile and fucking, ooh, that does hurt. He would just smile and like, I don't know, soak up the attention from all these bitches. And then like, he started hanging out with these gangsters, and then he wanted to be a rapper, and then he was this fucking thug with fucking guns and fucking money, and then he fucking went to jail, and in and out of jail, and then he's fucking dead at like, I don't know, probably like 23, 24, 25, maybe up to 28. I don't think he was 28. I don't think he lived that long. Damn, Krystal, I remember you. I just thought about one time, me and Chris in Campa, I think. Or maybe me, Chris, and Mikey. I don't know. But he asked if I could go out to San Jose to go pick up his friend. His friend David. And I was like, yeah, I could do that. And then I went to, what is it called? I went to go pick him up, and then I saw him, and I'm like, I remember you. And I'm like, you were fucking that kid from Bernard. And he was like, oh yeah. And I'm like, you used to date so-and-so. He's like, yeah. I'm like, that was my friend. I remember you. And then he like didn't have a place to stay that night, and so at the end of the night, like I was gonna drop everyone off, and Chris is like, hey, I know your grandparents are out of town, Krystal, like, can you stay at your house? And I'm like, do you not have a place to stay tonight? He's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, you can stay at my house, it's fine. And so I was like, just like, don't touch anything that's not yours. Here's a bed, you could sleep there. Like, here's this, it's all good. And then the next morning I woke up and he was still there, and I was like, dope. And he was just like on the computer all night, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was fine. Wasn't tripping off that. And then I think I made him breakfast the next morning and dropped him off wherever he needed to go, and then that was it. But that was my one night with him. And he like didn't try any moves or anything, you know what I mean? Like, it was just chill. He wasn't like trying to like fuck or hook up or anything, and I appreciated that. So yeah, that happened. But that is just another person who was, and that's how I know, like, that's not who he was deep down inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have to put on like a front for others. Like, me right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is me all day, every day. I am either a big ass fucking bitch with straightened hair and fucking trying to like put in an effort, or I'm a big ass bitch with fucking hair in a bun and not giving no shits in a fuck, my friend. And that's why my hair's so healthy, because I don't do it every day. Like, some of you bitches are like flat ironing your hair on a daily basis, and I'm like, yeah, you can tell. We can see that. Shh. It's like crispy. Crispy time. So yeah, so this is me all the time, and some people have to change who they are in front of others, you know what I'm saying? And like, it is unfortunate. It is fucking unfortunate. And he was just super respectful at my house, you know what I'm saying? Like, did he steal from me while I was sleeping? Did he go into my grandparents' room while I was sleeping and take shit? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, you know what I'm saying? But I do know, when he was there, he was super respectful. Yes, thank you, please, dope, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, okay, like, it's cool. Like, I would do this again if you needed a place to stay. And then that was it. And we were friends. Why? Because I am that person that 100% looks out for other human beings, period. That's just who I am. So when I heard that my friend robbed my other friend, I was just like, and I know why he did it, and I'm just like, you know, obviously he fucking was just like, I can get away with it, you know, because I know he wouldn't have tried to move like that on one of our other friends. And it's just like, it's just fucked up, dude. Like, we all work hard for our shit. Even if we have a side hustle, we still made the investment for that side hustle, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these people that have like side incomes and do whatever the fuck, like, I'm trying to sell crystals and have a crystal store, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to do. That's how I'm trying to make money. Only so I can buy really pretty crystals, keep the ones I want, and then sell the rest. And so that was the thing. And I actually thought it was funny that my friend reached out and told me. He's like, I just thought you should know that he's 86. And I'm like, honestly, I don't care. I'm not hella gang related or affiliated or in the town and shit like that, you know what I mean? But like, I was happy that I found out, because it was one of my friends, and I did reach out to my friend to see if he was okay, and I haven't heard anything, so I hope he is okay. But it's more so like, some people just don't know when to get it together, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know when the party stops and real life begins. And they don't realize that the party can go on and you can still be a responsible adult, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it just sucked. And it sucked because obviously when I saw him, nothing's improved for him and gotten better in his life. And it's like, that sucks, because honestly my life has gotten like 10 times better this fucking past year. Because I really am doing something, and if there's one thing that no one can take away from you folks, it's your fucking education. A side note. Oh, real quick, let me close that chapter. So, it's unfortunate that people are good people, genuinely good people, and then they change to fit in, and then when everyone abandons them, they're stuck like that, and they don't realize that they're the only ones who can change themselves and get them out of that situation. Like, I'm sure if he would have went to one of his family members and was like, hey, I'm having a rough time, I want to get a job, I want to do this, I'm sure they would be there for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe he just burned everyone too many times. And that's a problem too, you know what I'm saying? Like my sisters have burned all their bridges with me. I'm not there to rekindle nothing with them hoes. Like, they're not mature enough to see that they are their own problems in their own lives, and that no one else is anyone else's fucking fault, period. You know what I'm saying? We all have tough and hard upbringings, you know what I'm saying? But realistically, We can get past it, folks. We can all get past our childhood traumas and the shit that fucking we thought ruined our lives, and this is why I am the way I am, and all these things. Like, we can move past it. You got a fucking kid at 15? That's okay, my friend. You got dealt a fucked up hand, but you can work on through your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those... It's just one of those... people like to play the victim, and they like to get sympathy. And they're looking for handouts. That's what it is. Like, oh, I don't have a car, I don't have a vehicle, or oh, I drive like a piece of shit truck, like, gosh, like, it has such bad gas mileage, like, will my boyfriend give me a car? Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe if you're on drugs, oh, sorry, women. Maybe if you're on drugs long enough and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are just tired of it, and they just lose hope and faith in you, and they don't want to help you. No women. So, these are the things. But in other news, my cousin, I've gone to work out with her twice now, and both times I feel like we've had some really good discussions. I think she's realizing that this hood life ain't for her. That no one wants to just be someone's baby's mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be a baby's mom and just be a mom and just try to make it through and then try to struggle and then try to find a babysitter and go to school and all. Like, people don't realize how much harder your life gets when you get a child. Like, these are not accessories, folks. You know what I'm saying? These are not just little, like, oh, look, I have a baby. It's my baby right here. Look, baby right here. Sorry, my friend from Australia just texted me. She's been having trouble getting replies from text messages from people in the States and shit like that. So I told her to hit me up, and her husband have both been texting me trying to see if they can get responses. So I'll have to reach out to them. But yeah, it's one of those world folks where you have to work hard to get what you want. You have to put in the time and the fucking effort, and like, nothing's gonna be given to you. And when you're a kid, yeah, that's what happens. That's what your parents do. Your parents provide for you because you are a fucking child. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do all the things that you want to do on whatever allowance or whatever the fuck you're given. Like, let me see. 17, I started going to Tahoe with friends. I started going to... I think I went to Disneyland, to Raver Day at Disneyland when I was 16. So that happened when I was 16. So LA trips for me started with my cousin Angela back when I was like 13, 14. Because she like had got a car and we would just drive back and forth. It was tight. I love those trips. I love my cousin Angela. Like, I'm really sad that we lost contact the way we did. And like, I wish things were different. Anyways. So LA trips have been a thing for me since I was like a young kid, and then Tahoe trips became a thing for me, and then Vegas trips at 17 became a thing for me, and then at 18 I went to Niagara Falls in Toronto, and then 18 I also went to Mexico. I went to San Diego and I went to Mexico that year. I went to just like Rosarito, so nothing crazy, and then and yeah, that was it. I don't know. But if I would have had a kid and trying to do all those things, like, it just wouldn't have been possible. I don't know where I was going with this, but we'll trail back down to my cousin. And essentially it comes down to her being like, I need to do better. So I'm helping her enroll in school and do the FAFSA so she can get financial aid. Because I'm like, look, dude, if you go to school and do like 15 units, you can get your AA in like 2 years. And I'm like, those 2 years will fly the fuck on by. I'm like, literally, I signed up for my summer semester last year. And I'm like, I got summer semester last year. And And I'm going to be done summer 2020, and fall 2021, I'm going to have my paralegal certification. And then if I do full-time next year, I'll be able to get my AA degree by next year. But I mean, that'll be like 17 units a semester, dude. It's so much fucking work. And I'm like, I would just have to not work at all if I was going to try to pursue that. But I don't know if I could do like 4 or 5 classes at a time, honestly, dude. Seriously, like, I'll just get too overwhelmed. Right now, it's overwhelming. Right now, I have to fucking write out an informative speech. And I'm just like, fuck, dude. What is the deal here? Yeah, I actually wanted to do it on abortion. And be like, hi, or hello everyone, I'm a woman, biologically, and statistically, 1 in however many women have had an abortion, right? In the United States. So I'll go 1, and then I'll find 3 or however many other fucking females in the audience, like 1, 2, 3, but there's 5 of us, right? I'm like, 1 in the 5 of us have had an abortion. And then I'll be like, hi, my name is Krystal, and I am the statistic. Because I have had an abortion, right? I've had an abortion, I've had a miscarriage of 20 months, and I've had 3 amazing children that I all delivered out of my vagina, and it was fantastic, right? So I know how precious life and death is. I know that am I doing my speech right now? Oh shit, this might be helpful. Hold on, here we go. I know that, okay, so insert statistic. I know how valuable life is, and I know how precious life is, and I also know how valuable and precious my life is, right? Essentially, I had an abortion when I was 16. It was the first time I had sex because I had just been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Even though I don't trust that diagnosis, only because I was doing a bunch of ecstasy at the time, too. I was doing like maybe 7 pills a week. Minimum. Maybe. But I was young. I was like fucking like 15. Actually, no. If I was in 8th grade, well, the first time I did E, so that was 14. It didn't become like an everyday thing. Actually, I didn't turn 15 until I was already a freshman. So, bear with me. It's one of those, like, when you're born at the end of the year type things. I'm always the youngest in my class right here, bitches. Bam, bam, bam. Is dope. But anyways, so so I didn't really trust the diagnosis. And then when they put me on the medication, I was like still taking ecstasy. So I was like, this is not working. This is not working for me. But they had me on medication at the time, and I was suicidal because I was using all my serotonin on the weekend, raving my fucking face off, and then trying to like go back and function as a regular person throughout the rest of the week. So yeah, it was definitely the side effects from the drugs, you know what I'm saying? So, and like, dude, people ask me why I don't party and shit now, and like, when was the last time I've done these things, and I'm like, dude, it's been years. Why? Like, fuck. Actually, it's been like over a decade. Why? Because I can't hang, dude. My brain is like, nope, 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 nope. Like, I don't need that. I don't fucking need that. I don't need to deal with the after effects. I don't need to deal with like being depressed afterwards and just be like, oh man. And I remember one time my friend fucking Mike, we had all fucking partied hella hard on the weekend. And this is when I figured it out. Well, we'd all partied fucking super hard that weekend, and it was like Tuesday. And he called me. He was like, hey. I'm like, what's up? He was like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing, because I was feeling depressed too. He's like, I'm coming over. And I'm like, okay. And then he came over, and he got dropped off by his aunt. He came over, and he just like, I was lying on my bed, and I just like, you know, nodded, and he just threw himself on top of me. And he's like, I'm just so sad. And I was just like, oh my gosh, me too. Like, and that's when I realized, like, if he's feeling it too, and I'm feeling it, and we both took an excessive amount of drugs this weekend, Maybe it's the drugs that are causing this. Maybe I wouldn't be so fucking sad and so fucking depressed if I fucking stopped taking these fucking happy pills, right? So, I did. I stopped taking E back in 2002, and I became a sober raver at that. I used to just get shit-faced at parties and get hella drunk and smoke hella weed, but like, you know, that's what I did. And I liked it better that way. I mean, granted, I made some fucked up decisions while I was while I was drunk. But essentially it all worked out. You know what I'm saying? It all worked out because I'm with who I'm with now. And whoever I thought was the man that got away before him, obviously wasn't. The man who got away before was Raymond. Wasn't fucking the other guy that I fucking thought it was for years. That guy just taught me a valuable life lesson. But Raymond was the one who got away. Because if I would have pursued that, instead of waiting for him after I fucking grabbed his dick, I could have just went back and tried to hit it again, and then we could have just done a bunch of shit together. Because he traveled the world at that time, and at that time, I had just gotten like 15 G's. I had put $8,500 down for my car, and I still had the rest of that money in my bank account. And boy, did I fucking blow it, let me tell you. But at least I got a Canada trip out of it. And a brand new car off the lot with 11 fucking miles. That was exactly what I wanted, and it did everything I needed it to do. And I had that from fucking 2005 to 2018, bitches. Rest in peace, Mickey Blue Eyes. Fucking love that car. It was a 2005 all-wheel drive Toyota Matrix. And back in 2005, I was getting baller-ass gas mileage. Because I fucking whatchamacallit. I don't know. What are they saying? I can't remember. Sorry, I got all distracted. I had to open the fucking door. I'm fucking dying in here. There's all fucking smoke behind me. And it was raining, so I didn't want to roll down my windows. But now, the rain has cleared. And so I'm just going to embrace it. I have my fucking little cup for moon water out there. It's super cute. I'm going to put a little fucking lid on it. And I'm going to keep that because this is like the first like storm of the season. So I'm definitely capitalizing on this energy right here, my friends. So that'll be dope. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I love my little fucking Matrix. That car was a beast. It got 280,000 miles before it fucking died. That's a lot of miles, bitches. And if I would have taken better care of it, I'm sure that car would have lasted me forever, because that car was great. Gas mileage, baller gas mileage back then. I used to get 32 miles on the highway and 30 miles on the fucking city. And that back then was just super clutch. I used to be able to fill up my fucking tank for like $20. And it was only a 12-gallon tank. God, that was so nice, man. Because, let me tell you, right now, I got a 16-gallon tank. I tell you, I got all fucking paranoid about my fucking ex being outside, and it sucks. Yeah, I got a 16-gallon tank, and it's costing me about $77 to fill up, and it sucks. But I get about 600 miles to the tank with extra good gas, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, you guys, I think that's all I got for you right now. My joint is done. So, I guess that is the end of the session. Kind of want to smoke a bowl, but I also want to kind of call Raymond, and my phone is at 7%. I need to call him and tell him that I'm going to plug it in. Okay, thanks for hanging out, guys. Until next time. Take care of yourselves. Or take care of yourself. And each other. Ooh, that's fucking some Jerry Springer shit. Recognize.